a picture of my fucking car.
Oh, okay. So he's saying that it's Luann's son? Because he's been saying that.
He lied right to that cop's face, and that cop caught him in so many lies. Like, you told me something different just a second ago. No, I didn't. I never said that. Fucking lying to a cop. Lying to a fucking cop. With his little man ponytail.
He's saying it's a friend of the family, but then he just said that this guy took pictures of his car and where he lives, and he's been accusing Luann's son of doing that. Natty said it was the neighbor last night.
A lot of drama. I just want people to leave me the fuck alone. No, just leave me the fuck alone. I don't bother you. Don't fucking bother me.
You do bother them, though, Sean, because you moved up there to be with his mom, with their mom. And she's still married to their dad. And you could say until you're blue in the face that you just picked out of all the small towns in all the 50 states that you picked this town. And if you think people believe that, you're more dumb than I thought.
They don't fucking ask anybody for anything, but yet people still cover me for some fucked reason. Fucked up, sinister reason.
You know, that he'd be sleeping at night and somebody would go through his bedroom window and he has to look over his shoulder, you know, every time he goes out. Remember that whole thing? Now, we didn't even know where he lived. We didn't have his address or anything. And, you know, I only got his address a week before he moved. Okay, yet he's living in a place now where there's a ton of people in the town that have animosity towards him because of why he's there. How many times has he told Luann's kids to drive up? Okay, drive up to my house. I'll do this, that, and the other thing. You know, threatening people, yet he's not afraid there. And he's not looking over his shoulder there when there's actually imminent danger to him, so-called, if he feels that way. But how long did he push his narrative that he was terrified because of Tiff and I, which we never did anything to make him terrified. But now he's not terrified. Okay.
And then they get there. You know what? You know what? You know what? I don't know what personally, but I hope you tell me.
I think so, Pink Survivor. Listen, the way he was going on last night, saying what he was going to do to Luann's son and all that, yeah, that's the kind of thing that can get you in trouble when you actually physically threaten somebody multiple times.
You're fucking stupid. I didn't move here to be with anybody.
Oh, God, here it comes.
I moved to an apartment in a small town.
Here it comes.
Where I wasn't going to be bothered.
Yeah. Sure, Jan. That's exactly why.
But that didn't fucking happen now, did it? Because all you fucking trolls are nothing but fucking dick lickers.
Sean, I'll tell you, nobody believes that story, just so you know. Just so you know, nobody believes that, Sean. You can keep saying it, but there's so much evidence proving otherwise. Stuff that you've said yourself.
It's a small fucking town, dumbass.
Oh, my God.
Fucking stupid, man.
Wow.
Fucking stupid. Grow the fuck up.
Talking about growing up,
Like,
Sean.
what
Jesus.
the fuck is wrong with your head? Do you need to talk to a psychologist to try to fix what's going on up in there?
You do, Sean.
Clearly you do.
You do, Sean. We've proven that, too.
You do. And if you have a therapist, they're not doing a good enough fucking job and you ain't fucking advancing.
Absolutely, Lisa. Come on.
No
Listen.
progression with you.
He can keep
More like
telling
regression.
people why he moved up there. We all know he's full of shit.
I'm
Absolutely.
disabled, you stupid ass motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you're disabled.
You
Yep.
are dumb.
Yep. You're disabled. Mm-hmm. You're disabled. You're disabled, but if somebody gave you wood, you could build yourself a house.
What the fuck you heard? How about you fuck off and go fucking do something else? Go do something better with yourself.
Exactly, Lisa.
And what? You gotta exaggerate. It was 3, and I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Oh yeah, the 3 guys that went to. Didn't he originally say it was 4 guys that went to his house? Now it's changed to 3. I could have sworn Super Sean said 4.
Would have been.
It would have been 4, but but it's only 3 now. And
much like the last.
Let's do this. Let's take a look at again. Just let me bring light to something that shows that the story that he's telling is not right. Okay. He said he pulled the mask off the guy, and then he showed a mask. Okay. But then he said when the police got there, he pulled the mask off of his head and pulled his hoodie up and put the mask behind his head. So you're telling us, Sean, that you ripped the mask off of him when it was in his hoodie behind his head? And then they let you keep it? Wow. There's a misstep somewhere, Sean.
This is a public throughway. No, it's not. Public access. No, it's not public access. It's access for the families that live here, access for the people that live here, and access for the people that work here. Pretty fucking simple now, isn't that? Fucking mind-blowing. Oh, pardon me.
Beautiful, Sean. Hey, Natty.
I made my,
Natty, do you have any, I don't know if you could say anything or if you want to say anything or hit me up behind the scenes, but do you know anything that went on last night? Because it's a very weird story that he's giving. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, Natty. Yeah. And I won't put anything out there, but just so you know, what he's saying is this, okay? He's saying that somebody showed up to his house. He went out there to confront them, and he pulled a mask off of somebody. And then he said this person called the police. And then he said when the police got there, he took the mask off and put it behind his head and pulled up his hoodie on his sweatshirt. But he has the mask still. Sean does. And he didn't have to give it to police. It's all very strange. Something's not right. Something is not right.
Well, I'll be damned.
Ah, Lee, good catch. Yeah, he just showed it this morning. He didn't show it last night? He didn't show the mask last night when he got back on live? Right, Tracy?
But one like this, it's got a fucking strap on it. He had it on his fucking face. And why do you have my fucking picture in your profile?
Sean is lying, but he also lied to the police. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to hear the truth of what happened.
Send him out the door.
Because something's not right here. You know, this is one thing that I think Sean doesn't understand is that, you know, the kids can easily get a copy of the police report because it's FOIA. Anybody could get it. Anybody could get it.
Candy, I wouldn't give it to him. I'm not gonna fucking spoil brat. I'm not gonna give a spoiled brat something.
And I have another question, and I don't know if I dreamt this or not, but did he say the person that did it was special needs?
Give him some fucking coal.
I was confused with that.
He said he was live streaming it.
For some reason, I thought somebody said he said the person had Down syndrome or something. Am I dreaming that?
The police told him to get the fuck off the property. He lied to the cop, and the cop fucking called
Welcome in, everybody.
While he was trying to tell his story, while I just sat back. I did say a few things, like he was saying stuff.
Okay, exactly. That's what I thought. That's why he said he didn't hit him.
Then he tries to reenact what happened. And the second he started moving, his hoodie fucking exposed the top part of the mask. Because the mask come down like this, and he put it on the back of his head and put his hoodie over it.
You hear that? You hear that? You guys heard that?
I was like, what's that? That's my mask. You know, I did have my mask on, and the cop's like, you told me you did not have your mask on. And I fucking started giggling about it. I was like, fucking stupid. Told you not to lie to the police.
Right, Kite Girl?
The second that he fucking
Does he realize that he's
kids?
he's lying here about something?
Right there. He closer to you than I am.
He's not listening to what he's saying. This is what happens when there's a lie somewhere.
Fast enough, because that cop would have probably pulled him out the way.
So how does he have the mask if the guy had it behind his head and a hoodie on?
I told the cop, I says, if he comes back, he asked me if I wanted to trespass him off the property, and I says, no. I don't give a fuck whether he comes back or not. If he comes back, I'm going to hurt him. That's it. If he comes back, I'm going to hurt him.
He said that's why the guy called the cops, is because he hit the mask off.
Give you the benefit of the doubt the first time, and that's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, there's something not right here.
The fucking cop was standing right here when I said it. I will fucking hurt him. I will fucking hurt him. No joke. I don't fucking take kindly to people coming to my fucking home and causing problem where I live. And I will fucking do what is needed to be done to get my fucking point across. Because clearly people don't like to listen to what I'm fucking saying. They don't listen. And that's where their stupidity falls into place.
Right, Dala. Something's not right.
Just leave me the fuck alone and push on with your life.
Leave me the fuck alone, but he's the same one that kept telling one of Luann's kids to show up to his house because he was going to fight him. Oh, boy. He told the cops that the guy sent multiple threatening messages
think
But
that
when
what
the
they're
cops
doing
asked
is
to see the
just, and
messages,
it's not.
Sean's phone was magically dead.
It's just bullshit, is what it is. But
My God.
fucking, he's on the fucking phone with Laura, and I'm cold. I'm fucking, it's raining out, and I got my shorts and t-shirt on, and it's fucking cold out. It's like, what, 45 degrees out there last night? And it's got fucking sprinkling fucking, it's like sprinkling rain. It's like, dude.
So,
Like, no.
Natty,
I said, I'm going to go get a jacket. You tell
do you know,
dispatch, I'm going
if
to
you
get a
could say
jacket.
this, who called the cops?
Cupcaker. Nah. No. I did find him on TikTok, though. Wasn't hard to find him. So this is the mask.
You believe the guy did, to be
This
honest?
is the
Okay.
mask that he had on his fucking face when he showed up.
Oh, he just showed it again, but...
And this is what this motherfucker looks like. Dark light puppet. He's definitely a fucking puppet. He's definitely a fucking puppet, alright. The fucked up part about it is, though, is he tried to clean off his fingernails from the black fucking nail polish he had on there. And you could see on his finger that it was still nail polish here, and then over here.
Oh,
Looks
Kite
like a
Girl,
tweaker.
can you send it to me? Because
Yeah,
I'd
I
like
don't
to
think
post
he's a
that.
tweaker. I just think he's fucking lost his mind. He just lost his fucking mind. Thinks he can take on the fucking world. I knocked that fucking mask up, too.
Exactly, Vicky.
He fucking...
Oh, now he knocked the
Wait,
mask
see that
off.
little Moni tail. It was about that fucking big. Manny tail.
So, wait, now you hit the guy? So now you hit the guy. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Who does things like that? Clearly people that just fucking want to cause problem. The fucked up part about it is, though, is I know exactly where he lives. I know exactly where he lives. I've driven by when he was outside. I've seen him outside of that house. I know exactly where he lives. It's ironic because he lives right next door to her daughter, Luann's daughter. In a scruffy look of fucking home. Little scruffy looking fucking place. Fucking yelling out, he assaulted me. Fucking dude, man, you come to my fucking house and then you claim I fucking assaulted you. Cause it technically I did. Cause I hit the mask.
You hit the mask? You hit him in the face, probably. You didn't hit the mask. I love how Sean and all these other liars on here.
I think it's definitely part of the connection with
how they
his neighbor.
Downplay what they
Her
did.
daughter.
I hit the
They
mask.
live right next to each other. He mods for her too. So that kind of brought up a couple of things right there. You know, I know that things were being said. So, and the dude don't fucking work himself. Like, he don't work himself. But yet he's telling people to get a fucking job. You know what I mean? It don't make much sense to me, you know.
Wait, who does he mod for? I'm so confused. I really have no clue what he's talking about now. I'm so confused.
Oh yeah, of course there's a connection. Of course there is. Anybody that messes with me here, there's a connection. I don't know anybody. I know one person.
You just said, last night you said you have friends there.
Apparently, I can't be friends with anybody.
I remember
Because
last
somebody
night
close.
he said, you know, you'd be surprised to know, but I have friends here. Now he's saying he doesn't have any friends? He mods for Luann. Luann never goes live, though. And boys and girls, this is what happens when you lie, okay? When you lie, you have to keep lying to cover up those lies. And when you lie like that, you're going to be called out for them. And when you keep getting called out, you keep lying and your lies changed. So then you got to lie again. And this is where we are. Right, so who is he saying is a mod for who? Because
What it is.
yeah, something's not right. Oh, is he eating or is he about to smoke? I can't tell.
If they come in the blog the right way, well, that's what my mods are for. People are going to do stupid shit anyway. No matter how smart they think they are. Dumb people doing dumb shit.
Sounds like somebody else I know, Sean.
It sure is. What if people were doing this to these fucking people that are doing this family? Like, what would they do then? Retaliate and do the same thing? Just saying. There's absolutely no fucking rhyme or reason why people are gonna act like that. Act like a fucking adult. You know?
Yeah, Sean.
Mind your own fucking business. Keep your fucking nose in your own business. And stop fucking with people just because you think you can. You think he'll be back in here? Think he'll make a new account? He came in here with his real name, by the way. Like, he came in with his real name. Because he said it on the 911 call that he made. Hey, Bo. I think it's fucked up, honestly. I just think it's all sorts of fucked up. All right, which am I going to delete? This one, those are the ones that are on here. I gotta put, I might put heat on it. No, I don't
You see
want
what he
free
does
trial
though?
at home
The
the fucking
the
game.
Blue Jays, they knock all the seed out so they can get to the sunflower seeds. It's not very nice. And then you have like the mourning doves and all the other birds on the ground eating all that stuff up.
That's Cake Maker.
Like, oh no, don't delete us. Please, Shawnee, don't do that. See, now all the little birds can get back in because the Blue Jays left.
Afternoon. So you're here for the party, huh? Not much of a party going on here.
At least we could see something peaceful and relaxing
fully
while we
blow
listen
up
to the
my
garbage. Although I wish I can get it clearer, but...
Definitely an interesting situation.
Yeah, somebody lied, Sean.
Why is it not popping up?
Does Sean get food stamps? He used to. I don't know if he does anymore.
Let's see.
Yeah, they're really big, John.
What was I trying to put on here?
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't get them on here because I would have to turn off, I would have to end the live. So I will get them. So now he's boring. So let's review, okay? Let's review this whole thing. So Sean says last night, if you saw him on a live, he kept going back and forth with one of Luann's kids, telling him to pull up, saying to him that if I see you in town, I'm not going to walk away. I'm going to confront you, and making a lot of physical threats to him. Now, I couldn't see what the chat was saying, but it did look like the son was going back and forth with him. Okay, so, whatever side you're on is going to be whatever side you believe happened. Okay. So going back and forth, drive up, I'll lay you out. And even if you lay me out, I can get back up, blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit. So then last night, somebody is outside of where he lives. And according to Sean, he confronts him. And according to Sean, he says he pulled the mask off of him. And then he says later on, he hit the mask off of him, whatever that means. So he shows a mask, which he has, which supposedly was worn by this guy. But then, in the same sentence, he says, when the cop pulled up, the guy pulled the mask off, put it behind his head, and he put his hoodie on with the hood, and he hid it behind there. And he lied about not having a mask. I mean, I have no clue what the fuck he's talking about. Something's not right. Something is definitely not right. Something is definitely not right. So somebody is lying about something. Now, I don't know a lot about any of Luann's kids. But based on my experience with Sean, he is a big time liar. I mean, he's lied about a ton of stuff. Not only today that I've called him out on, but in the past. I mean, he lies about everything. He's lied about stuff from day one that he said about his life. And having Sean's sister on, and hearing the mom talk, and hearing one of his exes talk, and I'm not talking Paula, I'm talking another one, and being in contact with one of his kids, he lies constantly. So something is not right. Something is definitely not right. Hey, Truthy, are you in here? Yeah. Remember, yeah, he got sliced because he was trying to save somebody in Central Park or something. Remember that story? And then he said he got another one doing something else. And then it was a story that he got thrown in prison because he was trying to save somebody that was in a bar that was getting harassed. And no, it was actually he threw his pregnant wife. He tried to throw her down the stairs, and that's why he was arrested? Come on. Yes. Yes, Pete, yes. So something is not right. But then again, it's like in every aspect of everything that Sean talks about, it seems like something is not right. So this is par for the course. You know what? I agree, Cindy. I mean, take everything else off. You know what I mean? Take everything else off, and how can you possibly think that you're going to start a new relationship with somebody under these circumstances? It just doesn't make sense. But again, I mean, how many times do I say about these people? When you make bad decisions, it kind of structures what your life is going to be about and what your future is. And we know that Sean's made bad decisions his whole life, and look at him. He can say all he wants about going to a small town that just so happens to be near one of his mods that we all know was the person he was referring to as sweetheart and all that. And did you guys hear last night a new twist to that story? So again, it was a lie. Last night in his live, for the first time, he claims that Luann and him were doing that as a joke to throw everybody off. Yes, Peteness, that's exactly what he did. He said he needed the car to leave Massachusetts to get better medical care. So people sent all that money for him to get a car, and he still hasn't done it. But did you guys catch that last night when he said that? Oh, Luann and I, we were just pretending. We wanted to throw people off. Nothing was happening between us. Blah, blah, blah. So tell me something. Why wouldn't you say that as soon as you got up to your new place? Saying that, haha, I didn't move to Vermont. I was just doing that to throw everybody off, and Luann and I made this whole thing up. Why did he say that last night when people were calling him out on moving to a town which is the same town as your mod that you are trying to be with, who's still married, is not divorced, and has kids that are very unhappy about the situation? And his answer was, "Oh, we were only kidding about it. I don't want to. I don't want to be with her. She's my friend." But the same friend where he said on a live one night when he was schnockered that I told Luann I had to be her number one guy. I wasn't settling for number two. Very strange. Yep. Oh, really, Tori? Yeah, I think so, Cindy. Mm-hmm. I agree with that, Susan. Yep. It's a pattern. It's a pattern, definitely, Tori. But again, this is the same guy who talks really horribly about one of his about his ex-wife because he said that she cheated on him. And he has no respect for women like that who will cheat on their husbands. Very interesting. Very interesting. Right. He does. He does fall in love with anybody who gives him attention. Yesterday, I even lowered it and said he falls in love with anybody that actually breathes. Yep. Absolutely, Joe Marie. A lot of people on this app do this though. There's always those double standards. You know, the hypocrisy of it all. What's good for me is not good for thee, as they say, you know? It's the same thing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I think so too, Sass. But yeah, you know, it was funny. I was look up what I just posted. Let me check it. Hold on. Okay, let me pull it up here. Ugh. Okay, hold on. I got to change accounts here. Oh, come on, change accounts. Okay. It's still not letting me change accounts. Hold on. Come on. Hold on, folks. Okay, here we go. Is it on that account, Dana? You know what? I can't open that account because you're private. Is it on your backup? Okay, hold on, let me do it. Korsakov. Okay, let me see what this says here. I don't think this is it. Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome is a severe neurological disorder caused by a deficiency of thiamine B1. It is primarily associated with chronic alcohol abuse, but can also occur in other conditions that cause thiamine deficiency. Korsakoff syndrome, severe anterograde amnesia, confabulation, making up false memories, difficulty with attention and concentration, personality changes, and persistent gait disturbances. I don't think so. I just think he's a fucking liar. I don't think he needs a diagnosis. I just think he's a fucking liar. That's what I think. And again, when you lie, you forget what the truth is, and you just have to keep lying to cover up the lies, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's where he is right now, folks. So, but listen, I am going to get off here. I was actually going to come on and do something totally different. You know, I might do that later on tonight. But I actually don't have enough time now to do it because I only had about 45 minutes. So, interesting though. The one thing I am going to say is, very interestingly, go to Cindy Wood's page. Take a look at any part of Amanda Kay's live last night, okay? And listen to what she's saying, but take a look at the people in the comments. Cindy Wood. Oh, I do too. I do too, Dana. Read Discord? Okay, hold on. Yeah, of course Jen was in there. Jen was in there making comments and liking the live, but I want you to take a look. Take a look at the comments. I didn't see the live. I saw like part something of a clip that somebody posted. And so, you know, I'm not even aware of, I heard about some of the stuff that was talked about, but I didn't watch it. But just look at the people in the comments. Take a look at the people in the boxes. Okay, so it's on Drama Talk too. Very, very interesting, the people that are in her boxes and live. They have something very much in common. Okay, I'm in. Where am I looking in the Discord? I'm in the Discord right now, but I don't see anything that is ringing a bell for anything. Welcome in, Tommy. Ah. Is that the mask? I'm assuming that's the mask. That's where Sean got the picture of the mask from. But wait a minute, didn't he say he had the mask? Hold on, I'm reading something in here. Oh. Well, well, well. Okay. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Sorry. I had to read something there. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sure more information will come out. Interesting. Yeah, so take a look, as I was saying, take a look at Amanda Kay's, any one of the, any portion of her live, preferably in the middle of where last night, and take a look at the boxes. Take a look at the people making comments in there. And it's all the same people that go into Florida Man's lives. And again, I'll tell you, anybody it's funny, this is what had me laughing today, okay? I just looked at about 30 seconds, maybe a minute of the video because I wanted to see the boxes and I wanted to see who was in the chat. 90% of the people that are making comments and are in the chat have gotten into some kind of shit on this app. Like something not so good. They did something not so hot on this app. And it's like everybody. I'm like looking at the names. I'm like, oh, yeah, she did this. She did that. Oh, the people in the boxes. Oh, yeah, she did that. He did that. She did that. And I'm going through all of it. And I'm sitting here looking at everybody in my chat. And I'm like, yeah, there's nobody. Nobody's done shit. Nobody's done a damn thing on this app. Nope. Hey.
Hey, Scammy, I don't have long because I'm on my way to work. I just wanted to say, a thank you out there to everybody who reached out to me and complimented me on mine and my husband's beautiful pictures that were
Those were
shown.
nice.
I know those were very good pictures.
They were.
So yeah, so thank you. You know,
Very
but
nice.
if he wants to threaten an autistic child, then that's on him and the children, the people that sit with him. But as far as the pictures that were shown, thank you for everybody who reached out and said, "Hey, those were beautiful pictures," because I'm proud of those pictures.
Yeah, they were very nice pictures. I'm sorry they had to come out that way and they weren't on your terms, but very nice
Yeah,
pictures
it's
indeed.
bound to happen. I don't really care. I wasn't hiding, and I wasn't hiding anything. He wants to act like these intercept accounts are something new. That's 2 years old. That was brought
Yeah.
out back then. And guess what? I keep all my receipts and I posted them. So whoever gave him his little ammo that he wants to use, clearly they didn't give it all to you because
Listen,
I
whenever
posted all
whenever
the
he thinks
receipts.
he has ammo against somebody, it turns out to be duds. Because it's all recycled stuff that has been talked about millions and millions of times over, which is why whenever he says anything, I'm not going to even talk about it because it's old, fake bullshit. It's like, why do you need to defend yourself over something that's a lie? I
You
will,
know,
I'll spend time defending myself or explaining myself if I get called out doing something shitty that I am definitely at fault for. But I've gotten to the point, why am I going to keep defending something that's not true?
Oh yeah, and I like I said, I never made it a secret that I had those accounts because you know what? It kept money out of the hands of an addict and it put it back in the
Absolutely.
pockets of the people who were sending it. So
Yep.
I do not regret it. Every dime went back to the people, and like I said, I kept all of my receipts for that exact reason.
Yep.
And it did not go into what could have been a very dangerous bag for someone who was in a very precarious situation with their health. So I don't regret it one bit. He can use it if he wants to, but like I said, the receipts are there. But I just want to say thank you for everybody who reached out about the pictures because I am very proud of those pictures. They were taken very well, and my husband and I, we've had some. He's had his issues, we've had our issues, but we've got a very strong marriage, and if he wants to call my husband, have at it. But that's the last person he'll want to talk to because my husband will hurt his feelings. I promise you that because he's not used to going up against men. So yeah, call my husband, please do. As a matter of fact, he said he will send his number and he will be glad to talk to him. So,
Boo, child. Okay. Thanks, OG.
thank you.
One more thing, Bettina kind of hit on it, and I'm gonna end with this. Y'all remember back in July how Florida Man had this big Chat GPT thing, where he had them write up something about how he was copywriting everybody's usernames and their pages and all that, and every time that people break the copyright, he's going to get X amount of dollars, and he's going to have pages taken down, and he's going to do this and that and the other thing. And remember, he never did that. And why didn't he ever do it? Because he doesn't own a copyright. In order to file for a copyright, you have to have something on file showing that indeed you have something from the copyright office in Washington, D.C., that legitimately says you indeed have copyrighted a name or something like that. Now, you can't copyright a social media name unless it has something to do with a business, if I remember this stuff correctly. You can't just copyright a name. And if you can, and if you are able to do that, then you can't go around copywriting other people's names just to harass them, which is what he's saying he did. Now, according to what they say about FWA, is FWA has a copyright for her business, she might have a copyright for her business name, but her business is not FWA. So that's another kind of thing that they are bouncing all over the place. That is not not correct. You can copyright the name of a business, absolutely. Look at like Nike and look at all these other large corporations, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. They are copyrighted names. But you can't copyright Scammyclaus, or you can't copyright, Scam Slam, or you can't do that stuff. And if you remember how that worked out for him in July, he said he had copyrighted Petty's and mine and everybody else's, and they're going to be taken down. And yet, no, that didn't happen. Now, there was somebody's account that got taken down yesterday. It was a new account that was just started called Florida Mania account, and the person used Florida Man's picture. And just yesterday was posting stuff about Florida Man. That did get banned. My guess is the reason why it got banned is because they were using Florida Man's icon picture and pretending that they were him and posted. I mean, that's the only thing I could figure out. But let me tell you something, guys. Last night on his live, he was threatening a creator, saying that if you don't take the videos down of Pam, I am going to report all your videos. I'm going to have your account taken down because it only takes 3 videos to report for copyright and your account gets permanently banned. I have him on audio saying that. Now, right after I clipped that audio, I did a TikTok legal on regular internet, not through TikTok. I explained what he's been doing on here. I posted the account, and I made sure that they knew he had about 30 other accounts. I told them what he was threatening creators, saying that if they didn't take content down that he didn't like, that he would falsely report for copyright. And I told them that I do have an audio clip of him saying it if you would like it. So, if there is anybody that gets clipped because of him, let me know. I will share with you the audio that I have of him saying that he was going to file copyright when he doesn't own them. And, maybe that's kind of a back way we can, just get him off the app as opposed to also having him arrested. We'll get both. Why not, right? Why not? So, yeah, so I did that. I have the clip of him saying it. I posted the complaint that I filed with TikTok Legal, and we'll see. We know how that goes. I mean, we know how that goes. TikTok Legal generally doesn't do anything about it. I'm also thinking about actually making a post and discussing the whole thing with Florida Man and everything that he's been doing on this app, and how, I have reported him to TikTok Legal for for threatening people regarding their own platforms, yada, yada, yada. If I do that, one of the things I am going to say at the beginning of the video is I'm going to tell people to please repost this. So if you see anything out there like that, please repost it. Okay? But I'm going to get off here. I hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon. I don't know if Sean is still on. I'm not going to listen to him because he's boring as hell. I just wanted to hear his explanation of what happened last night since I was not on when it happened. So I hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, mods, for coming in. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here and tapping and sharing, some time with me this afternoon. And nice to see you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.